Morning, evening, afternoon. Timthetatman 2. We got a banger for you today, baby. We got for here's a little bit of a different one. Doc and I were about to play some Warzone together, and then for some reason we just started talking. And we kept talking. And we kept talking. It's almost like we had our own little podcast for a minute. And what we decided to do, me and the team, we decided to literally upload this as a quote-unquote podcast. I'm curious what y'all think about this. Doc and I, man, I mean, we could just go back and forth for what feels like hours. So I'm curious, let me know in the comments if you enjoy this, what your thoughts are on this. If you like this kind of content, like the video. If you're not subscribed here, it's your first, second, fifth time here, hit the sub button and ring the bell, all right? But the most important thing I'm gonna tell you today, be sure to tell somebody you love them, okay? I'll catch you in the next one.
Timmy.
What's up, bro?
I'm losing fights because of 80 plus ping.
What?
I'm losing fights.
Why? How
not
are
because
you?
of my ability, not because of the skill set, not because of my map awareness or my incredible experience in the battle royale genre. I'm simply losing fights because I am on 80 plus ping fighting these guys.
How are you on 80 plus ping when you're playing by yourself?
Because no one on the West Coast plays video games. We're all active. We're all in shape. You know?
You play video games like every day.
We go outside and run and soak in 70 plus degree weather.
Okay, so does Florida, bro.
All year long.
Yeah, all year long.
And we're active.
Florida is also active.
We've got waves.
We also have waves.
You guys don't have waves in Florida, not like California, man.
Yes, we do. When a hurricane comes through, there's waves for a couple days.
Yeah, with you know, walls from a house.
What?
When I'm surfing a wave, I don't want some brick wall floating next to me.
Oh, that won't happen. And you don't surf. And
I do.
no,
Body
you
surf.
don't. You don't surf.
Yeah, I do. Timmy.
Stop saying, yeah, dude. I would pay money to see a video of you body surfing. Money.
We've been trying to plan that for a while. I just production team and everything, but I do body surf, Timmy. Okay.
And on top of that, bro, how are you gonna talk shit on Florida when Cali is like one of the most, dude, you guys are like wall-to-wall people. There are so many people in California.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy, bro. I when I'm in LA, I literally, anytime I'm in Cali, I want to leave. Anytime I'm there for whenever I have to be there for, I want to get out. I hate it.
I mean, I know, man. I got pushed down out of the Bay Area because of the same thing. I got sick of it. Now, you know, but I'm in a nice little location, Timmy. I'm telling you, we're in a nice location. It's a little bit calmer. It's cooler. It's more
And that
athletic.
sounds like the panhandle of Florida, where God blessed it, God's country. And
We
listen,
just don't get hurricanes.
yeah, instead, you're just going to have a colossal earthquake that you're going to have no expectation or preparation for, destroy the city. That's way better, right?
Not where I'm at.
Doc, you're in California.
Yeah, but there's certain fault lines
It does,
that travel north to south.
Doc, what about the big one? There's a huge earthquake that's eventually going to hit Cali. They talk about it all the time.
Yeah, they've talked about it for how many years have you been born?
I don't
Since
know.
you were born.
31,
35, 6.
31.
So, I mean, like, when is it?
I mean, probably soon.
Yeah, I'm sure. Then in 30 years, we'll have this conversation again, and we'll, like, when is it? You know?
I'm just saying, man, I would rather deal with hurricanes because I can see them coming and I can leave if I have to versus waking up to like a big ass earthquake and my whole house is shaking. That's me personally. You're
Yeah,
still,
but, like,
you still get earthquakes there, bro. Right? I mean, you still get earthquakes no matter where you are in Cali. Chad, am I crazy?
You get little vibration.
The earth is quaking beneath you, bro. That's the definition of an earthquake.
Okay.
And on top of that, bro, you guys, dude, the fires out there are crazy too, man. Straight up. Like, I don't know how much that's...
Yeah, the fires are...
I don't know how you guys
That's
like
pretty
deal with
intense.
that day to day. Like, and it seems like it's every year. Am I right? There's like always...
It has been.
Every
It has
year there's
been.
like another wildfire. That's nuts too, bro. I don't know, man. Cali... I know a lot of people enjoy it. It is not for me. I'm not a Cali fan. Florida, on the other hand, woo! Man, you get past a little humidity, it's lit down here.
When I think of Florida, I just think of like heavy drugs.
Why? Why is that?
I mean, I don't know. Like all these documentaries I'm watching on Netflix. It's like everything's about
Florida.
The cocaine. Yeah, the cocaine, drug lords.
Hey man, I mean, Florida. Florida people are definitely a different breed down here. Did you see the video of the guy that caught a gator in a trash can? Did you see that? There was a gator, like a big alligator, that was like in his driveway, and rather than calling someone, this guy walks up to him with a trash can open and like flipped the gator into the trash can and wheeled him away. I'm like, dude, you can never pay me, but whew.
That's right. You got those gators floating around. And those things, I mean, where I'm at, there's potential for snakes on all of them. Most of them are, but there are a few rattlesnakes, right? So, when I'm going out and putting the trash out, like in barefoot.
You guys got bears and shit too, right? Gotta be.
We got bears. We got coyotes.
Yeah, Florida.
Wolves.
So honestly, Florida, there are some gators near us, but because of how cold it gets, not a lot of gators live here. Straight up. They're more south. I think I could take a gator in hand-to-hand combat. You think so?
We got bobcats over here too, Timmy.
Yeah, that's scary, bro. Those things are fast and vicious. I can't imagine. Like I saw some video, I think, of a guy walking in California and a bobcat like went at him. Thing was huge, bro. Chad, what do you mean no,
no,
bro?
Thank you.
Guys, I've watched enough swamp people. I know how to handle a gator, okay? You get right on it, you sit on its head, and you lock its jaw. And that's it. It can't do nothing. I'm in control. I'm the boss. Honestly, if it was years and years ago, I would use an alligator as a pet. I would train it. I would name him Gary.
Do they like learn?
I don't know enough about alligators to answer that question.
I feel like if you get one from like a little baby and you raise it, like
you think you could train it? I think it would still kill you.
Still want to eat you
eventually. Yeah. Actually,
like,
maybe
go ahead
not,
and stick
man.
your head in its mouth.
Well, there's like, I mean, think about I've seen people with crazy pets that they've just had for like, dude, there's some guy with like wolves. Like he has wolves as his pet. Like that's nuts,
That could be manageable though. If you could raise a wolf from its little baby. I mean,
you think you could raise a wolf?
Yes.
And control it?
I'm literally, I mean, you should see,
I don't know if you could control a wolf, Doc. I don't know, man.
I'm good with dogs.
Okay, I think a wolf's a little different than a dog, which is why we can't have them as pets, technically.
They're just old dogs, Timmy.
No, they're not, bro. They're huge. They're much larger, and I would not. I mean,
have you ever had a dog?
I have two. I have a Rottweiler and a pit bull. So I have a very large dog. Tank is a 120-pound Rottweiler. I have a big dog, but wolves are bigger than my dog, bro. He's a great dog, by the way. He thinks he's a lap dog. He'll like get on the couch and like lay on you like he's like a Chihuahua or something. Only dog I've ever been bit by in my life, bro. Chihuahua. Only dog that ever bit me, little fucker.
God, that's when you keep your hand in their mouth and then you squeeze their mouth.
I was so mad. And then the owner told me that apparently, and I don't know if this is true. I guess it is. I guess the Chihuahua had a split personality, whatever the fuck that means. So like sometimes it's okay, and then sometimes it gets angry. So I was petting it, and it was. I've been around dogs for a while. Totally cool. Everything's good, right? And I'm petting it, and it's like in my lap chilling, and all of a sudden it's like, ah! I'm like, what the fuck, man? We were just like good. And she said that the dog was like a split personality or some shit, bro. But only dog I've ever been bit by, bro. I've been around. I had a German Shepherd growing up.
You can't trust them.
No, I don't. I don't like small dogs. I'm sorry if you like small dogs, Chad. I don't like them.
I like a Cocker Spaniel or a little miniature Schnauzer.
I think Alexis,
dogs.
Alexis wants a, what are those the little bulldog things? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Dude, English bulldog. No, the little one. You know what I'm talking, dude. Alexis wants one so bad. I'm telling her no. I say no. Our cats would be bigger than him.
Plus, they usually have like breathing problems, don't they? Like, they're running around the house.
I don't think. Right, and I think they have like a shorter like lifespan because of that too. A French bulldog. That's it. Thank you, chat. Maybe a pug. I don't know. It's one of the two. But Alexis wants one. I don't like small dogs, bro. I don't. But I do actually think you're right. I think they have a lot of problems.
And the English bulldog. I heard that one's a pretty problematic dog in terms of taking care and health and all that stuff.
Size wise, though, I'm cool with an English bulldog. That's kind of like. It's still a decent sized dog, you know?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It'd be cool if you can get one that's a little bit not so lazy.
I think that's the whole point of that breed, isn't it? You get it and it's kind of like you're not getting it and running 10 miles a day with it, you know? You should dude, Doc, I could totally see you with one of those, what are those bear dogs called, chat? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. From China?
I don't know if it's China. It's, dude, what's the name of it? Chat will have it in a second. Chat.
It's somewhere over in Asia, Tibetan tiger.
Mastiff? Is that the name?
Yes, that's what it is.
That's what I'm thinking of. Dude, you should get one, Doc, straight up. That'd be lit.
I already ordered 3. They're on their way. It's been like 3 years though, so I don't know what they're doing. They're training them. They're doing something.
Dude, those things are huge. You ever been around a Doberman too? Those dogs are different too, man. Yeah. They're just like so tall.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, I'm not kidding.
Have a very long life span,
no. Same with Rottweilers too. Technically, like Tank, he's 5, and they say that the average Rott is probably like 8, maybe 9, just because they're so big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's 120 pounds. He's a big dog. You know what I'm saying? And the bigger they get, I mean, it's usually the shorter life. I mean, he's healthy. Just to be clear, like he's good right now, but he I think the average for a Rott as well is like 8 or 9 years. How did we get talking about this? We were talking about California into Florida, and then you said you could raise an alligator. That's how we got here. You said you could control that. And I said
you couldn't control an alligator, but you could control a wolf easily.
Right.
Easily.
I mean, there's people that I've seen on videos, bro. They're with bears. They've been with bears for a very long time, but I still just don't know if you can fully trust.
I don't know about a bear, man.
I just think like natural instinct will eventually hit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It could. All it takes is like a little trigger.
And it's like, dude, and if that bear turns on you, bro, there is no training, you know? No training that you had that I think you could control a bear. Maybe unless you're Khabib, you know, then maybe you could get out, but have you ever, Doc, I'm curious about this. Have you ever had any reptiles as pets growing up at all?
I had a tarantula.
Are you serious?
I did. I had a tarantula for a little bit.
Oh my God.
But I mismanaged it, and I don't think it had water at this particular moment. I think we went away and it was in the garage, had it in this nice setup, and it died. But that's it, reptilian wise.
Well, it's not a reptile.
What about you?
You know that.
It's an arachnid.
No. A tarantula is not a reptile.
I said it's arachnid.
Right. I said reptile.
Oh, I thought you said arachnid.
What?
Did you?
I said, you ever have a reptile? And then you said you had a tarantula.
Did you own any reptiles is what I'm trying to get to.
No. Alexis's sister, though, she loves them. She has like snakes and shit and lizards and a bearded dragon or whatever. Those things are crazy. I don't know. I'm good, me personally, and Alexis is too, but Alexis's sister has a bunch and she like loves them. But Me personally, I just, even snakes and stuff, that's another one where they kind of just scare me. You know what I mean? Like I could go to bed and wake up in the body of my snake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've seen videos, man. Those snakes are crazy, bro.
I don't want anything to do with a snake. You know, it'd be kind of a nice little pet to have is a squirrel. If you could train it from a little baby.
I think that's another one, bro, that I don't think you can train squirrels, bro.
Man, you can. Like, go on YouTube. Trust me. I was doing it last night.
What I'm going to look up, how to train your squirrel?
No, like, I don't know what the videos were, but like, it was just their pets, and they're awesome.
Bro, what's the one, chat? It's like a squirrel that you can get, and it's really cute. A sugar glider. Doc, that's what you should get, bro. You ever seen that?
Is that the one that jumps from the tree and spreads its wings? It's a flying squirrel?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. It's like, right, chat? Sugar glider? You guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, I guess it basically is just a flying squirrel if you really break it down.
Yeah. I don't like raccoons, though, man. I got raccoons in my yard every night. I wake up in the morning, the grass is just dug out, you know?
Yeah, dude. Bro, I saw raccoons in Chicago. That was the one where I saw them the most, and they would always be near our dumpster, and my dumpster was near my stairs that I had to go up to my apartment. Every single night I would get back, and I would have a fucking standoff with this raccoon, and it was like,
they don't back down.
No, and he acted like he owned the place, and I'm like,
yeah,
you don't. I was like, this isn't your territory, bud. All right, this is my apartment. I pay to live here. You're in a dumpster. That's my fucking dumpster. You know what I mean? And he would get like pissed at me for trying to go up to my apartment.
Those little shiny eyes staring right at you.
Oh, dude, there was one time I was on the 3rd floor, bro. I shit you not. He was up the 3rd floor. Like he was trying to clock in, like hanging out. And I opened up my door and I looked right at him and I took my broom and I started to like go at him. He didn't give a fuck. And then I went back inside. I got out alphaed by a raccoon, bro. Straight up. But that was like one of those things where I'm like, I don't know, like how to handle this, dude. It was like, it's like he was a landlord or something.
Have you seen a raccoon get crazy?
Oh, dude.
They go nuts. I don't want that to happen. You know, like when you're doing that standoff.
Right.
Like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to like go at it with like a broom just to kind of get him like out of the way. And then he snaps and he loses it and he like goes into my apartment and like kills me or something, you know?
It could happen. You never know.
Dude, that is truly some of the worst experiences I've had with animals was that raccoon in Chicago. I totally forgot about that. What's the lifespan on that? That raccoon's got to be dead now, right? That's like 12 years ago. Chat, what's the lifespan on that? If we had a podcast, Doc, this is probably what it would look like, by the way.
I think so.
This is basically
I'm going with 16 to 18 years.
I'm ballparking. No, that seems too high. I'm saying I'd say 10 max. I'd say 8 to 10. That's my guess. 8 to 10. Chat.
10 years? 10 years? People are saying 8.
Some people
10.
are saying 3 years in the wild. I grossly overestimated that. 3?
2 to 3 years?
Guess so. All chat, I can promise you that stat is incorrect because that one raccoon was down there for at least 4 years while I was in college. So
there's no way 2 to 3 years.
Well, that's what they're all saying, and they all probably just Googled it.
God, for something to grow to that size and only to live 2 to 3 years? Like basically you're growing till you die.
How long is like an average bird lifespan, bro? Do birds live a long time? Like,
man, I think so. I think some of the parrots and shit, I think they go to like 40, 50 years.
I have never met anyone that owns a parrot, but I'd imagine that's got to be a loud household. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the cleanup job.
Right.
Just sits there in the cage and just drops it down on the newspaper and.
Right, and it's like, I mean, do you let the bird fly around your house? How's that work? Imagine like coming home and your parrot's just like, hello, and like just flies at you and fucking, yeah, you gotta like dodge him on the way in or something. Like, how's that work?
70 to 80 years.
That is an investment of an animal right there, bro. A parrot. Holy frick.
Yeah, because like you're not going to be the type of person that's like, oh, I'm done with them, I'm going to get rid of them. It's like, oh,
right.
Like you've committed.
Right. You commit to the parrot. I mean, it could borderline outlive you.
Yeah.
Have you, bro? Doc, you got to look this one up, bro. Let me find this thing for you. Hang on. What's the word? Oh, this is one thing that we had in Florida that I had never seen before until I came down here. And I was with my son, and we were looking at like little turtles in like a pond, and I saw the shell and the foot of this thing, and I said, "What the fuck is that?" And I like grabbed him and like walked away. And later I went home and looked it up. Look up an alligator snapping turtle. Have you ever seen this thing?
I feel like I have. Let me see.
Dude, I literally have never, ever seen this in my life until I came down to Florida. Chat, look at this thing. This was what I saw. Homie, I saw like the back and the foot of that thing. And I was like, hey, bro, I don't know what we got in this pond here, but I'm not staying around. I'm not. It's like isn't that thing? It's almost like a dinosaur, straight up.
This is the like the jaw is incredibly strong, right?
Right. I mean, dude, I would never get anywhere near that thing. Can, if he ended up in my house, he could have it. Almost looks like Bowser. That's a good point. It's like
yeah.
Chad,
you see that little baby one, the little tiny one. Even that thing is
right.
like
Even this one's like a small. That's like a small alligator snapping turtle. Chad. That's a tiny one. I mean, that thing looks like it is built for war. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like that thing looks like it was trained like to survive in the wild. Like, look at its back. It's got like a whole artillery defense system on its back. And that hook at the top of its mouth, bro, not getting anywhere near that thing. It's like Godzilla, literally. Yeah, so we do have those down here. But I just walked away when I saw it. I was like, I'm not getting anywhere near that thing. Someone in my chat just called me soft, like they could defeat that thing in hand-to-hand combat. You guys are going to take that thing out by bare
let's
hands?
go take it. Hey, I found a local lake. Let's go take a dip. You think you're getting out of that lake if that thing's in there?
Yeah, that thing's going to grab your leg and pull you to the bottom. That's the end. Chat, you're crazy. You guys, y'all think you're warriors or something. I don't know, man. You're not. Chat, if you're in a ring with that turtle, I'm putting money on that turtle. Facts. You could probably put 5 of you in there. I'd still put money on it. Like, how do you even like go about trying to, like, the whole shell is just like rock almost.
I mean, just imagine walking on the sand, and then the sand kind of turns into water, and you're walking a little bit deeper, and you want to take a dip, and that thing's like it's about 5 feet deep, and you step right on its head. Like, that's not.
Oh
man, I don't even want to think about it.
Are you afraid of like sharks in the ocean and stuff, or no?
You know what? I wasn't, because when I was a kid, I used to always go out and body surf and boogie board and all that stuff, and I used to go way out there. I always try to find like the biggest set, and just whatever. And I had no fear. Like, wasn't even thinking about it. Now that I go out there, that's all I can think about. And it's not a fun experience. Like, I'll catch a couple waves. I'm like, I'm good, man. I feel like I already cheated death.
Right. You feel like you're cheating death when you're just out there because they didn't go at you that fast, Especially when no one's around. Right. I typically, for me, like, we'll go swimming and stuff in the ocean, but I usually won't go further than like top of my torso, personally. Like, I won't be, I'm not going to a spot where I'm floating. I at least need a footing, kind of a thing, Although I'm pretty sure if a shark catches me, even when I got footing, I think I'm pretty you're in rough shape no matter what, so.
Mrs. Assassin just walked in and just started making chicken sound,
Calling you a chicken? Hey, listen, if I know one thing about...
No, to me, like, about the sharks. And
that's what I mean, bro. You don't mess with the ocean. We don't... Isn't it weird to think, Doc, we don't fully know everything in our ocean? Isn't that nuts? There could be a fucking megalodon at the bottom of the ocean that we have no idea about. Imagine, bro, that thing just wakes up one day and just like...
You know what? I've had a reoccurring, I wouldn't say dream, more of a nightmare. It's
That's scary.
I find myself out in the open Pacific Ocean, like dark blue, and kind of just like stranded. And all of a sudden there's killer whales like kind of circling around me. And that's the end of the nightmare.
And then you wake up.
And then I wake up.
Oh, bro, most people would say that's probably going to happen if you keep having a recurring one. Same like kind of thing. That's weird.
Same thing with an airplane. Like being in an airplane, opening the door, and I'm about to jump out, and then boom, I wake up.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like metaphors. Like your brain's telling you that you have to take a leap.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know about the whale. I'm not going to try and interpret that,
I'll eventually die.
Yeah, well, most people do. So
yeah. So maybe that one's not too bad.
Did you know Cloaky legitimately, and chat, you asked this man about this. I'm being dead ass right now. He got drunk the other night and he looked me in the eye and he said, Tim, I'm going to freeze myself at 35 years old. And he says that he has done research, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. That if he freezes himself at 35, the technology and the direction technology is going, they'll be able to wake him up 60 to 70 years later. And he'll still be 35.
You want my honest little feedback on that?
Yeah, sure.
It's not stretching of the imagination.
You think that would you do that though? That's the real question. Would you do it?
Oh,
freeze yourself?
Yeah, depending on how safe it is and if certain other people are going along that same journey.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like
I don't know, man. I don't want to be frozen and in 70 years still be on planet Earth. Like I want to be like, I want to be on like another planet or something.
I think we'll have to be. I don't the scientists say there? I mean, there's a certain amount of like real estate and time that we have on this one. I think I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure scientists have said like there's a certain amount of time. And then on top of that, dude, Doc, I was literally talking about this morning in my chat. Would you take a recreational flight into space and back?
Yes.
You would?
Let's just say if there was no baby disrespect or Mrs. Assassin, I would say 100% yes. But probably not.
I wouldn't do it, bro. No way. No way. I have like the amount of like my brain, I'd be worrying about every little thing in that spaceship. Like, I don't know how someone could just sit in that spaceship and just be like, oh my God, I'm in space. I would be like, oh my God, I'm in space. The engine's going to give out. We're going to float for eternity. I'm going to die. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to be thinking about.
The inevitable demise into space. God,
right, because space
how
is
slow would that be? Huh?
Right,
the realization you got never oxygen, ending. You're going away.
Right, and you have X amount of oxygen, and it's like, okay, we can survive for 5 years, but eventually with our rations and everything, we're gonna die. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I could never, bro. There's no way.
That'd be a tough one. That's a tough one.
Ain't no way, chat. No way, bro.
It's kind of like that movie, where they crash the plane in the mountains, snow mountains, and I think it's called Alive or something. And they have
Is that the one with Jessica Biel?
No,
space?
It's an old one.
Oh,
it's an old one. No, that's Sandra Bullock in space. Yeah,
it is Sandra Bullock. You're right. Who did I say?
How did we just go?
I say Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
It was Sandra Bullock. Yep. I don't know how we're here, but we're here. We've covered 4 to 7 hot topics now.
I'm almost halfway done with my stream.
I mean, I've been adding an hour and a half with Halo, so should probably play something.
Okay. I'm jumping into Trios. Boom, starting it up. I'm using a restaurant. I'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, chat says Gravity? Is that movie with Sandra Bullock, chat? Gravity?
Yeah, and George Clooney.
Yep. I don't actually think I saw that. Saw trailers for it, and I was like, I should watch that, and I never did. All right, guys, this is the first episode of Doc and Tim's podcast. If you all enjoyed that, just thank you for listening. Hope you have a blessed day, a good holiday season. That's a wrap.